if you're running a WordPress website, or if you're thinking of starting your website on WordPress, you're going to have to make use of a theme. Think of WordPress themes as the backbone of your website. Your theme is going to provide you with a consistent header, a footer, a blog page, a blog post design, and it's going to take into account your brand guidelines to showcase them across all of your pages. Now, it used to be the case that if you wanted to build a website on WordPress, you had to rely on a third-party theme that you would typically either download from WordPress's theme library, or you would go out online and shop for a theme that would more or less fit your needs. Or of course, if you really wanted a custom theme that would check all of your asks, you could hire a developer or two to custom program it for you, but who wants to do that, right? With Thrive Theme Builder, you can create your own custom themes without writing a single line of code. This means that you don't have to incur the cost of hiring people to program a theme for you, nor the cost of maintaining your theme over time, and you still get all of the flexibility of being able to have it look and function however you wish. Let me show it to you. Perfect. So what you're looking at right now is the main dashboard for Thrive Theme Builder. This is where a lot of the magic is going to happen, as you're about to see now. Important. If you get stuck installing Thrive Theme Builder on your WordPress website, there is a short tutorial here popping up on screen right now that you can click on in case you get stuck downloading Thrive Theme Builder from thrivethemes.com and installing it on your website. All right. Now, for the sake of this video, in order to save a little bit of time, we're going to skip through that process. As you can see, I already have Thrive Theme Builder installed on my WordPress website. And the first thing that I want to do is, before we jump into the theme wizard, which is where most of the magic is going to happen, I do want to touch on something really quick, which is that Thrive Theme Builder on its own is going to allow you to build your own WordPress themes, but it will require you to pick out what we like calling a companion theme in order to get started. Okay, so right now, for example, I've got Peak installed on my WordPress website as my main companion theme. I also have Shapeshift installed, Quick installed. There's quite a few different themes that you can pick out as companion themes to get started. For example, if you're an author, we designed Bookwise to be your main companion theme to help you in getting your authorpreneur business kickstarted really quickly. And companion themes are ultimately just going to generate a lot of templates for you that may come more in handy. For example, if you're a coach or a consultant, Expert Theme comes with a lot of pre-designed pages that are very well designed to position you as an authoritative figure. And let's actually go ahead and use Expert. Here, we can preview the theme really quick. If we hit on this preview button, it's going to take you to a page where we actually showcase all these templates and you can see them in action. So as you can see, it is a very authoritative design. You can put your name here. So let's just assume that we're going to be doing Tony Lewis. I teach how to build websites with Thrive Suite. You've got plenty of call to actions. Of course, our designs are always going to be very conversion focused. And you can see how, depending on the theme that you pick out, the templates may be, they may come more in handy over some other themes. For example, in this case, if we pick out Chords is a theme that's great for musicians and for artists. But if you are a fashion consultant, well, it's probably not going to be great for you, right? It's not going to fit your needs that well. As you can see, we've got, the decorations are very stylish, very creative. We've got a lot of sections here for your tour details, latest releases, and so forth and so on. Now, like I said, companion themes are there to help you get your site kickstarted. And if you don't know much about design, or, most of our clients actually aren't really interested in designing their themes or pages completely from scratch. They would much rather start off from a set of templates that is already well designed. And that's exactly why we do require you to kickstart your website from a companion theme. But at the end of the day, by using Thrive Theme Builder, if you really wanted to tear down all these designs and design something completely from scratch on your own, you could completely do that. In fact, there's plenty of tutorials here on our YouTube channel in which you can see me doing this. I've built the New York Times, I've built Apple.com, I built Abercrombie & Fitch, I built Tesla.com actually as well. And this is what's really cool about Thrive Theme Builder. It's great if you're good at design, and it's also really cool if you're not that good at design, because all of our companion themes are there to support you through our templates. Anyways, enough about companion themes. Let's go ahead and install Expert. Let's go ahead and download that from Thrive Cloud. And let's kickstart our website by using the Expert theme. Perfect. And now that we've activated and enabled a new theme inside our WordPress environment, we have to power through the Thrive Theme Builder wizard. So the Thrive Theme Builder wizard is where most of the magic is going to happen. It's essentially a quick installation process that you can power through, and it's going to automatically generate most of the templates that you need in order to have a proper functioning WordPress website. Okay, so first things first, we're going to pick out our logo. I've actually already uploaded my the logo that I have up and running on my blog, which is this one. So we can go ahead and pick that one. For the brand color, I think I'm happy with this beige for now, just to power through this example. But you could pick out, whatever primary color you're using for your brand. Great, and now we need to pick out a template for our header and footer. And depending on the companion theme that you've selected, you're going to get access to certain designs or others. Now, for headers and footers, they're mostly pretty similar across all of our themes. For example, here we've got our WooCommerce template for Expert. We've got a logo menu call to action here for Expert as well. We've got a few of these that I've already built. I've also built Evernote, so I've got that header there. Tesla's header. Here's one for Quick. So they're all very similar, and they're super simple to customize. Yeah, once you pick out one for your header, you're gonna have to pick out one for your footer. So let's go ahead and do that. Here, let's select a template for our footer. And here, let's do logo social dart expert. Great, and you can see how Thrive Theme Builder is automatically picking out our logo and filling it in where the template placeholder logo that came with our theme was in the footer, right? You can see it here. All right, let's go ahead and pick out a homepage design. So let's go ahead and do a ready-made template. And here we've got a few different templates that we can pick from. You can see how Expert comes with an individual product-focused homepage, which in this case, it features a book. We also have a lead generation focused homepage. I think I want to do that one. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. We're going to be able to customize this, change this for an image of our own really quickly, and we can prompt people to opt in into our newsletter. Pretty cool. And remember how we selected beige as our primary brand color? You can see how Thrive Theme Builder is using it here to create contrast in between sections. So all of this, you can start to see how all these things start to tie in with each other, right? Pretty cool. You can even see them here as the primary color here for the icons that we're using for testimonials, and so forth and so on. Pretty nice. All right, let's go ahead and pick out a blog post design. I think I'm actually happy with this one. And here we've got a blog design with one main featured article and all of our different blog posts. I think this is cool too. A page design, we can just leave it here as it is. And the menu, I don't know if I have a menu. Yeah, let's go ahead and create, continue without choosing a menu. Great, so we've already powered through our Thrive Theme Builder wizard. Let's go ahead and preview what our site looks like already. Perfect, so we have our main header and the homepage that we selected. And if we scroll down to the very bottom, we also have the footer that we selected through our installation process with Thrive Theme Builder, Thrive Theme Builder's wizard. Great, but what happens if I go into, let's do the blog page, for example. Let's do /blog. You can see how the header remains consistent across all of my pages. And we also have the blog design that we've selected, as well as the footer. Great. Now, How do we customize all of this, right? Because it's, part of what I was telling you guys about earlier was the Thrive Theme Builder makes it super easy to actually customize anything and everything. So let's go ahead and do that. First things first. If you have if you have Thrive Architect installed on your site, you're going to want to click on Edit with Thrive Architect, any of your pages, and that will allow you to customize your header and footer right directly within the page that you're currently editing. We could do that, or if you don't have Thrive Architect, what you can do is go inside the backend of your WordPress website, inside Thrive Dashboard, and navigate over into your global elements section. So global elements consist of headers, footers, symbols, templates, and so forth and so on. So in this case, we can go ahead and jump into headers. I've got a bunch of them created here, but the one that we're using is logo menu call to action here for experts. So we could do edit header, and we can customize anything and everything about our header without writing a single line of code. For example, let's just say, for example, that I don't want a call to action here in the header. I can just get rid of this column and boom. Automatically, I've got a 2-column layout. Let's just say that I want the logo to be a little bigger. Can make that bigger. Here for our header, we could modify the scroll behavior so that it sticks as users scroll down the page, and we're gonna have it stick until the end of the page. We could actually switch the content of the header itself as it scrolls. That's a pretty cool functionality. So essentially, when you're scrolling, let's just, for the sake of showing you the example, let's just get rid of the menu and duplicate our logo, and we're gonna have 2 logos. Not probably something that you're gonna wanna do ever, but I just wanna show you how it works. Let's hit save, and let's go back into our site, and let's see what that looks like really quick. Oh, I did it the other way around. All right, so it sticks. So the menu shows up when you're scrolling, and then you've got 2 logos when it's static. But you can see how smooth it is and how quickly we modified that behavior in just a couple of clicks. Now, I do want to show you a few more things here that Thrive Theme Builder is automatically going to do for you. So the first thing is that as you finish powering through the Thrive Theme Builder wizard, you're going to notice that some pages have been created for you in the backend of WordPress. For example, you're always going to get this generated homepage that gets created for you. This is the main homepage that you've picked out when you were powering through the Thrive Theme Builder wizard. If I hit on view page, you can see how this is the page that we've selected earlier through the installation process. I've got a lot of pages here created. You're also going to get a privacy policy page created for you. You're going to get a blog page created for you here. And again, you can customize this one with Thrive Theme Builder really quickly. So let's just assume here that, hey, I've changed my mind. I no longer love this top section that I selected for the blog page. I can, technically speaking, either customize it right here within the page. Let's just call this Tony's blog, and let's make this a little wider. But let's just say that, hey, I actually don't like this top section. You can quickly change the design that we've provided you with for this particular blog page and pick out a different template if you wanted to. Let's check out some of the ones that are available here. So we're using here this one, title banner, but we could use a different one. We could perhaps do a little bit of a simpler one. Now, notice how in the template, I want you to actually take a closer look at this because this is just how smart and brilliant Thrive Theme Builder is. The template itself, as you can see, was designed to use a light green color, but Thrive Theme Builder is using smart colors, and it's taking our primary brand color and automatically using it as the background for this top section. It's brilliant. I mean, this is how easy it is to customize your theme with Thrive Theme Builder. And voila, we have a fully customizable theme without writing a single line of code. It's actually pretty amazing how far we've come in terms of having all of this creative control and flexibility to build our own themes and, ultimately online businesses without having to rely on learning how to program. Anyways, there are useful links in the description box that you can click on in case you want to learn more about Thrive Theme Builder. And yeah, I'm down in the comment section below in case you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon. Bye.